It's a good question. It's nice to be both, but it's very difficult. But if I had my choice, I would rather be feared. Fear lasts longer than love. Friendships that are bought with money mean nothing. You see how it is around here. I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny. It's fear that keeps them loyal to me. But the trick is not to be hated. That's why I treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough where they need me, but they don't hate me. Don't forget what I'm telling you.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another amazing episode of the One Down Podcast. And this is episode number 39. Boom. Oh, I know we always said, and we're going to keep saying it, man. Time is flying. I remember episode 1. I was sitting here fumbling, nervous, learning how to work this stuff. And what's happening? Taco meat. Good to see everybody tapping in. Thank y'all for tapping into the chat. The chat is where it's at. And again, if you're watching this at home, on your big screen, on the TV, you got to get your remote and you toggle it and you'll see maybe like something that says CC. And that's going to open up like the closed caption window or the chat window. It's going to open that up if it's not open already. But that's how you do that. What up, Big Ray? And that way you can interact. So what you do is you're watching it on your TV, okay? Now you got to go to your cell phone. And then you look it up on your cell phone. And what you want to do is you want to hit mute or turn your volume down on your cell phone so you're not hearing both of them. So you can watch it on your TV and watch the chat. But the reason that you opened it on your cell phone is so you can type into the chat live. Okay, so this is during the live session of everything I just explained. It's only when it's live. So that will enable you to watch it on your TV screen and then chat through your cell phone. That's how you do that. If you got just your cell phone, then you're just watching it on your cell phone and you open up the chat part so you can see it and you can interact. Oh yeah, let me put this other screen so I can get my watermark up there. There you go. Where is it? This way. Point to it. Bam. What's happening, Duke City? What's up, Brian? What's happening? Gene, G9, Pippet, 1921. What up, Spotville? Thank y'all for tapping in. Sometimes I be murdering these names in the chat. Oh, let me open up this other chat too. Sorry about that. Yeah, don't want to miss nobody because I appreciate y'all tapping in. But today, I know I always do this. And I think I'm going to have to just start writing down the name, the topic, so I'll have it with me, so I won't have to look it up. The topic of today's show is, what up, 71? It says, Goldie's best advice to all motorcycle clubs. We got to fix this epidemic. So, my podcast, I like to touch on life. I like to touch on health. I like to touch on stuff that, makes people happy. I don't like to touch on drama. I don't like to bring up drama. I don't like negative energy. Um, but if I do touch on something such as this, is because I want to avoid drama or negativity at all costs. And I would like to help those who think like-minded and want to avoid, drama and BS if possible as well. The motorcycle club lifestyle, I really enjoy it. I love being able to meet righteous men. What's happening, Links? And help men achieve things that they at some point only dreamed of seeing come true. What up, Solo Star? Thank y'all for tapping in. And there's a lot of good people out there. It's a lot of good people, but a lot of good people are being drowned out by a lot of negative people. What up, Ryan? And a lot of dark people, dark-minded people. And these really good, righteous people are finding themselves with no place to go because they don't trust nothing. They don't trust nobody. What up, Mike? Good to see you, brother. And hopefully you still picked up last week's show. You can look at it under videos. But thank you for being back live with us. And these like-minded, righteous, good people, those are the people who I, position myself. Oh shit, what's up, Romel? What it do? That's 40 years right there of a friendship right there. What up, fucking David? Right on, brother. Hey, I'm honored to see people tapping in, man. Much love and respect to everybody out there. It's good to see that y'all still alive. I'm still alive. We still alive. And this is a beautiful thing. And I'm glad and blessed to have this platform where, I can provide, this vessel for us to interact, and keep each other alive. And these righteous people, they really need some place to be housed. And in my heart and soul, that's what I want to provide, because I know that I'm doing, God's duty that I'm supposed to be doing. What up, Trish? Much love and respect. And this motorcycle club life, this one down life, this one down institution, has provided life in a beautiful way for thousands of people. Yes, sir. Mike just reminded everybody, please hit the like button. Yeah, he said, let's boost the algorithm. Thank you very much, Mike, for caring and saying that. And yes, it only takes a second, y'all. Hit the like button. And one down, again, it's been something extremely healthy for me. Healthy. When I chose to launch One Down, October 29th, 1996, it was for a reason, to get my shit together. That was the number one reason. And for 30 years, it's provided that. 30 years. Along with, me continuing to do what I need to do to keep this up and running. And there's a lot of people who've come through. And still to this day, there's faces and energies, more energies from certain people that, I wish would have hung on to it. Because a face doesn't, keep the energy of One Down moving and alive, but energy does. And the right spirit, the right chemistry. What up, Logic? Good to see you, D. Thank y'all for tapping in, man. And I'm saying all this because, as I tell people, everything adds up. Remember that phrase, everything adds up. And through this lifestyle, we, those involved, we've had some righteous people come through, and we've had some unrighteous people come through. And everybody, whether they were righteous, the good ones, or unrighteous, there is something that they've taken from this that they know was something that helped them during the time they were here. And it's helped them beyond that time of being active with One Down and throughout the rest of their life. And I'm happy. I know that I did my job. What up, K Solo? That's right. Everything adds up. Positive, negative, and disrespectful. That's right. Brother, there's a lot of stuff that we say that don't need to be said fully. But those who know what's being said know why it's being said. And I thank you, brother. Magic Wheels, what's happening? Indeed, there's been people who just didn't understand what this life could do for them. That's facts. Not everybody in this lifestyle knows how to handle it. Not everybody knows how to handle it. There are some characters in this lifestyle who is simply doing any and everything they can to just simply create a character, create and live a character in this life, a character. And if you've been around long enough, you've seen it. I enjoy this lifestyle. I feel that I have the best interest in the lifestyle for it and for me and for my club, for my members. I take full responsibility for my actions in this lifestyle, as well as my members, my brothers in my club. They all know, we know, I represent all of them. They all represent One Down. One Down represents each one of them. Each one of them represents each other. And that's why it's so important for the science of this, in this institution of One Down, for everybody to know, you know, together we stand. We all represent One Down. This is more than just a motorcycle club. We truly function as a unit looking out for each other. And that's something that I find extremely important to speak on. And I see that my club brothers are speaking on it as well. And the way that I'm trying to lay this out is, to me, this lifestyle is way more than just about partying, throwing parties. Who can have the biggest party? Who can have the biggest show off? Now, I'm not taking no swings at nobody at all. I don't care. I'm not taking no swings. And what I'm kind of just trying to describe is why we do what we do. Have at it on whatever suits other clubs out there. But I just really can't say that if you in this club, if you in this motorcycle club life for its original reasons, I just don't see where that lines up, you know? Um Now, the topic that I put out, this epidemic, club life, you got clubs, a couple of clubs that might have kicked off in the 40s, late 40s. What up, Stanley? That's right, be accountable. You got clubs that might have kicked off in the late 40s. And then, the 50s, and of course the later part of the 60s is probably the groundbreaking of some of the older popular clubs in the late 60s, when things really started to become a little bit more popular with the clubs back then. So what I'm gonna get into is really speaking on a little bit of where things came from, because I wasn't there. And I'm not going to try to act like I was there, but just in a broad statement, when these clubs kicked off way back then, now we could just say the 70s, late 60s, to my assumption, and I'm not doing this to be corrected. You can correct me, but I'm not saying this as if I know. So give me that space to say to my assumption. Back then, you had cats coming out the military. And you had cats more in a segregated type situation, because that was more part of life back then, late 60s, 70s, and also again in the 50s. And these cats were really putting themselves around truly like-minded people. And back then, cats didn't have a lot. They didn't have a lot. And wasn't nobody really in the club, like a few of them, like balling. Most of the cats back then was more on the struggling broke side. What up, Kishma? Good to see everybody. So mostly everybody in the clubs was, really looking for something to do out of the military to, reinvent that brotherhood with some cats. And then whatever transition started happening, cats needed to start making money and stuff like that. Hustling may have came into the picture with the clubs or whatever. Getting into the club was, your promise. You giving a promise. You giving a brotherhood promise. You giving a commitment, and things were different back then. Things were different, meaning, somebody slipped up, fucked up. Yeah, people, you would get hands put on you. Again, I wasn't there, but I could say this in my strongest assumption: people would get jammed up, and it was just more probably part of the lifestyle. I'm saying that because those cats back then, when they joined the club, they joined it to be around some cats that was just as tough as them. Just as tough as them. And I wasn't there, but I can't picture them allowing some fragile weenies, some fragile looking, half-dressed, metrosexual, tight pants looking, cats coming through who was intimidated, who looked scary, act scary, who questioned their own commitment. I can't picture that. What up, Curry? I can picture some cats looking like they was with the business and they wanted to be around other cats who was with the business. And if somebody broke their promise, they knew they had hands coming their way. And they would take that lump up and probably tuck themselves back away if it didn't work out for them. Or they just disappeared. Now, what I'm getting at is we are 60 years, beyond when these first clubs kicked off. And you got some of these clubs, a lot of these clubs, still running the same bylaws, the same exact bylaws, with a few updates. What up, Dr. Phil? Much love, brother. Good to see you in here. I appreciate the support, man. Thank you very much. With a few updates to the bylaws, but not enough within these updates, within the bylaws, to support what has really transitioned in this new life we're living with technology. And so now, over the past 20 to 25 years, there has been a major shift in life itself. Life, point blank. In the motorcycle clubs, oh shit, what up, Big Sale? What's happening, man? Much love to you. And the motorcycle clubs are really just treading in water, And what up? Oh shit, what up, Big Red? Good to see everybody, man. And the clubs are just treading in water, not knowing what to do, but the complaints are there, but kind of knowing what to do, but nobody is stepping forward. What up, Brian? Good to see you, bro. And I'm not here to step forward for club life. I'm not that dude who's taking the torch. That ain't me. Let that be known right now. I'm going to speak on stuff in such a way to where all I want to do is shine a little light on stuff. And if that enables somebody to get a little bit further or get out the darkness, then hey, blessings to that. But no, I'm not here. I'm not Captain Save-A-Ho and nothing. My priority is me first, me. My well-being as a human being, me. Then after that, in no particular order, everything else, but me first, okay? Now, this lifestyle, it's under attack. It's under attack by civilians. It's under attack by weak so-called members. It's under attack by police agencies. It's under attack by the government. And the last two, they probably got their own righteous reasons. And we can look at some shit and be like, man, that was stupid as fuck why y'all did that. Y'all gonna have a popo coming down on us. Facts. Everybody in the club life who is righteous and most likely said that phrase, epidemic that I spoke on. We are seeing more and more and more of disgruntled, unhappy, bitter, mad, revengeful ex-members from motorcycle clubs. Ex-members meaning at whatever capacity of them being an ex-member titled, out bad, or they're out on good standings, but they're out of the club. They are taking to these social media platforms. Number one, taking to the platforms, going to them, either getting paid or not getting paid for the reason of getting paid, as well as for the reason of wanting to shit on their previous club or previous clubs. Let that be because they're unhappy with the entire club, or let that be because they are unhappy because of one person, or maybe a couple of people. I feel that the future of club life doesn't look that promising for certain clubs if this just continues to happen that way. For me, I'm the type of person, when I'm done with something, I'm just done with it. I don't see no reason to run to a social media platform and put my business out there, or the business of the organization that I was once part of out there. I see that as very, childish, immature, all that type of stuff. That's me personally. I think the motorcycle clubs who have experienced this, and from what I've seen directly and indirectly, they don't like it at all. They don't like it. They don't like that people do that, whether it's somebody that was in their club or seeing it being done to a club and they're not even in that club. Me, I've seen it plenty of times, and I'm just like, God dang, that's bad, But I'm looking at that person and I'm just seeing them, this is me personally, just my assumption. I'm seeing them using that platform as just, a source of get back, just, revenge. And so this is not a brand new idea, but it's an idea that I felt that I would just bring public. And maybe, some of these clubs will, adopt this into their, program to help save them from the public ridicule, the public, unnecessariness of their, business being, plastered out there in an ugly way. These motorcycle clubs are, in a sense, has its likeness to be ran at some capacity like a business, such as being incorporated. You can incorporate your club. It'll stand as an entity. You can trademark your patches, your colors, to protect them from being, snaked by somebody. So it has its likeness of being operated like a business. So what up, Marvin? So with that being said, you got this somewhat business structure. At the same time, the motor in some clubs, the motor of it being street driven. So you got a combination of corporate and street inside of these motorcycle clubs of its, lifestyle. And that's where I told myself these clubs need to bring more of the corporate protection to it as well. The street response protection, the street response protection is only getting the clubs more in trouble. Facts. Clubs responding to somebody who is running a mouth puts the club in the position to say, if they're smart, don't touch that motherfucker. Because if so, it's coming right back to the club. Because the club is going to be the first person of interest that could have, allegedly threatened or harmed that person because of the rhetoric that that person has been spewing via social media. So you got to get ahead of it. And that's part of me on how I move, I think. I like to stay ahead of stuff, So the clubs, in my opinion, should consider incorporating NDAs for all members to sign. NDAs. Marv said that street shit don't work, bro. It brings too much drama and confusion. So some of you might say, what's an NDA? Some of you might say, oh shit, that's actually a good idea. Or, you know what? I did think of that too. But if you did think of it, you ain't did shit about it. And that's the problem. We people gotta speak up if you really, really care. I'm doing this because I care. Point blank. So, a NDA. What is an NDA? An NDA stands for a non-disclosure agreement, which is a legal contract where people or groups promise to keep secret information private. It is also known as a confidentiality agreement. So basically, it's an agreement, a form that is signed to where the person signing it is obligated to keep their MF and mouth shut within the stipulations on what they need to keep their mouth shut on. Okay. Key types of NDAs. Unilateral. Only one person or group shares secrets and the other person promises to keep them. Mutual is the other type of NDA. Both sides share private facts and both promise to keep everything secret from others. Let me see. Logic said, if the motorcycle club MC is a street club, would a corporate document still be appropriate, or would a different type of organization document be more? Bruh, thank you for asking that. There is no, because so-called a motorcycle club not being corporate, that's why I said these clubs, my club, is trademarked. Okay. And the legal document, you don't need to be a business. You don't need to be a corporation. You don't to have someone sign legal documents pertaining to you as an entity or a business or a group or a corporation. You don't need to be a business. You can be a private party with a legal document that protects you. Okay. When you get married, you're not a business, but you are an entity as a person, and you have just signed into a legal binding contract to be married. So no, you don't need to be a business to have a legal binding contract pertaining to you. Now, what an NDA covers: trade secrets, secret recipes, formulas, or special designs, business plans, new product ideas, customer lists, or financial data, private details, personal or sensitive information shared during a project or job. Right there. Okay. Personal details, personal or sensitive. Now, let me open this up more. You have celebrities, okay, that now have made it part of their lifestyle when they hook up with some chick, okay, they are having these chicks sign NDAs. Point blank. After we smash, you can't say nothing to nobody. You can't go to the internet. You can't go to social media. You can't speak on this. Shut your little trap mouth. Shut up. Facts. Another situation. Michael Jackson. Priscilla Presley's daughter. Whatever. The chick he married, Presley. Elvis Presley's daughter. She couldn't say nothing about their sex life or anything intimate. Nothing. The lady, the nurse who Michael Jackson, I don't know if he, whatever, that had the baby or whatever, the nurse, can't say nothing. That's why you don't hear nothing. So these are people who are having these people sign NDAs to shut your mouth. Main rules in the contract. Okay. Main rules. The parties. Who is signing the contract? Definition. What exact facts or items are secret? Time limit. How many months or years a secret must stay safe? Okay. So these are rules within the contract. How long do you want that person to keep their mouth shut? What up, Jarrell? Logic said he got another one. Come on with it, brother. So what you want to look for, if you want to have this done, you want to get yourself a contract attorney, okay? A contract attorney. And you could just tell that contract attorney in layman's terms, okay, regarding your motorcycle club. What layman's terms mean, just in the best street way you can, just tell him what you want and he gonna clean it up. Man, I don't want this dude to say nothing about this club until X amount of years. You know, I don't want him speaking on it. You know, whether he's in the club still or out, I don't want him speaking on it. Okay, so here's a brother, Logic. He said, what happens if someone violates an NDA within the MC? Does the club actually pursue legal action and take that person to court? Abso-fucking-lutely. That's the reason for it. It's the reason that you are having this person sign a legal binding contract that there's at that moment stating that they're signing this, okay, and they're agreeing to it. Now, when and if, God forbid, they forfeit that, okay, and it's documented that they spoke on it. Now you take them to court civilly. It's not a criminal act. It's not a criminal case. It's a civil matter, okay? So let me see. You know where I'm going with this, right? Oh, you may have just answered it. Right on. But we're going to follow up after this. We're going to talk. So after, if they do violate that contract, you are now suing them civilly. And whenever you sue civilly, okay, that's a dollar amount you going for. Okay. And what up, Callie Love? Thank y'all, all y'all, for tapping in on the chat. Some of the names that you use, I don't know exactly who it is, so don't be shy. If you don't have to be shy, you could throw your name in there so I'll know who it is. But in the event that they do violate, it is a civil matter. Now, this is what I'm saying. Tony B, what's happening, Tony? Good to see you, brother. Let me see. Does taking someone to court automatically make an MC snitch because they chose to use the legal system? Now, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. So somebody says civil ain't snitching. It's like I'm saying, it ain't criminal. Okay. It's not a criminal charge. It's not a criminal accusation. But if you have them sign that, okay, it's a civil matter. There's technically no police involvement. That's attorneys. So in this sensitive situation of, getting the police involved, let's look at the dumb part of it. The idiot part. If you don't have if you don't incorporate NDAs, okay, and you just bank on brothers for life, man, fuck yeah, boom, man, you got my promise, you my brother for life, man, I'll never snitch on nothing, I ain't speaking club business. Boom, kick out the club, this motherfucker dropping dimes on everything he ever saw. Okay, so now what happens? People, some, maybe on their own personal accord, they want to choke that dude out. Okay. Now, technically, if he puts hands on that person, the law is going to want to prove he didn't do it just for him. He did it for the club. He did that for the club. So now, if they're able to prove that, that's when you're tapping into that RICO situation. Okay. Then, yes, you got the police involved. Now you got the police involved. Now you want to snitch on yourself and you got the police involved. That person, all that dumb stuff. So preventative, let me see. Hey there, Kim here from Las Vegas. Oh, what's up, Kim? Thank you. So to be preventative, just an idea, need to incorporate some NDAs. It could possibly just make that person think twice about jumping on some podcast and running their mouth. Them simply saying like, nah, man, I can't do that, man. I signed that NDA. You signed the NDA? Oh, man, why you sign that? At the time, man, my love was for the club and, that's what I did. I signed it, How long is it? I'm just throwing this out there, me right now. Shit, man, it's 25 years. Or it's, 25 years from the time after I left the club, But I still think you want to have these NDAs being active immediately for the cats that's even in the club, not after they leave. So, I don't know, 50 years. Up to me, if it's legal, for life. You can speak on this after you die. From your own natural causes. But no, so I'm just saying, like, I was being funny. But no, if it was up to me, for life, okay? You can never speak on this for life. So, people want to put people in these, boxes of what they're going to accuse them to look like when it don't look like nothing is being righteously enforced for what people claim on how people are supposed to stand. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. It's probably right here. Knowledge. Oh, go by street politics. So a lot of club members that go by that lifestyle may not want to sign an NDA, but the separate bullshit members from righteous members. And so that's another thing. You got some cats who probably won't want to sign an NDA. And I think right off the back, that'll say something. Me? I would sign it because I'm built like that. I ain't speaking on nothing anyway, you know? And I guess it's kind of like that situation of, you know, same thing. You know, if you were an extremely wealthy person, okay, and you decided, you know what, man, fuck, I need a Big Mac. I ain't had a Big Mac in 30 years, man. I'm just craving it. You go through Big Mac drive-thru and you like, God damn, this is the most absolutely beautifulest person I've ever seen in my life. Are you single? Yep. I'm taking you away from McDonald's. You start dating that person, I hope you have them sign a prenup. What's a prenup? A prenup just says, hey, when you came into this, I had what I had and you had what you had. When you leave, that's exactly what's going to happen again. You got people who are protected by their family. Point blank. You ain't marrying nobody until into this family without them signing a prenup. Okay. And that's family structure. Let me see. MC clubs have levels. India means club. So NDA is something that could find itself making its way to some of these clubs, and I just hope so. Let me see. I don't know if let me see if this will work. Boom. Share screen. Allow. Boom. Oh, I think I might got this. Oh no. Did it work? Let's see. No. I got to do a little bit more practice. Oh, it's right there. Let me remove that. I think I got it right here. It was a person speaking on NDAs, and I think it's right here. Boom, share.
Parties, it means the other party can't go ahead and just take your information
Can y'all hear
and
that?
do whatever they want with it. They can't give it to your competitors. They can't leave it openly in a
Probably
public
not,
space.
huh?
And if
Hear
there
that
were
person
something
talking.
accidental that were to happen, like a data breach or just, heck, somebody got lazy one day, you know that you're protected and can help stop it. So those NDAs help protect your secret information
Sorry
and
about
keep
that.
it secret.
I'll take it off. So NDA is something that, you know, if you're a founder of a club, give it some thought. If you're a president of a chapter, give it some thought to take up the ladder. If you're just, not just, but if you're a member, if you're in chain of command, something to think about, you know, because The old school promise, it ain't cracking. It ain't cracking. It ain't, people are not upholding to it. And so here's a little bit more of a breakdown. Okay. MySpace was officially launched in 2003. In 2003. It kicked off in between 2005 to 2008. Okay. So I'm letting you know, we talking when it kicked off over 23 years ago. 23 years ago. Okay. That was MySpace. What up, Maurice? Facebook kicked off in 2004. It was only open to high schools and some universities. That's who it was open to in the beginning. And Facebook actually kicked off 2 years later in 2006 of September. So 2006 is when Facebook kicked off, okay? YouTube kicked off in 2005. 2005 is when YouTube launched. Instagram launched in 2010, 16 years ago, Instagram. YouTube was 21 years ago. TikTok kicked off in 2017. That's 9 years ago. I'm saying this because these are heavy. What up, Rick? Thank you for the compliment, brother. These are heavy, like tools that people use in a religious way. Okay. And I say religious because most people don't have a Bible on their bedstand or in their bed nightly that they reach for. Most people don't. But most people have their cell phone or their cell phone on their bed or on their nightstand that they reach for, that they put down nightly and they reach for every single morning. That's the first thing they reach for. So technically, in that is their religion. And in there, the pages that they flipping through is for the most one of these social media, giants. And they believe what they read in there. They believe what they see. And they want to be a part of it. And Instagram has approximately 3 billion monthly active users worldwide. 3 billion monthly. YouTube is 2.7 billion monthly. TikTok, 2 billion monthly. Okay. These are powerful tools that are taking over what we would call people's religious beliefs. Okay, what people believe in. And this social media is a monster. And it's really, and I gave these dates to say 23 years ago is when they kicked off, to let you know that there are youngsters that were just born into this and they know no difference. They were born into it. They don't know no difference. I'm 54 and I do see people my age, a little bit older, younger, by 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 10 years, suckers for this. They operate just like immature kids. And these people are well into their 40s and 50s. Let something happen to them, they run to the internet crying and pointing a finger, lying, trying to paint an image. Okay? When that's not the way I grew up. That's not the way I grew up. That's not the time frame of how we handle stuff. But you got somebody 5 years younger, 10 years younger, and they're acting like they were born into this junk, And in my head, these are the type of people who always just been losers anyway. And they just found something to use as a malicious tool, And this is why I'm saying that cats got to get smarter. You really got to start pulling in, using some legal defense before you end up in court trying to protect yourself with legal defense. You know, it's a social media world out there, and y'all really gotta wake up. What up, anytime, anywhere? Brandon, I had 2 Bibles next to my bed. The King James version. Okay, I don't know. I turned on YouTube and you was right there. First time seeing this channel. Right on. Right on. So this is this right here, 2026. It ain't new, but we have lived long enough to transition into this world that is going to truly fine tune itself, you know, over the next 5 and 10 and 30 and 40 and 50 years from now. We're not going to be here. But during this time, you need to do what you can to be able to, you know, navigate through this as smoothly as possible. And protecting yourself and protecting your club is extremely important if you in this club life for the right reason. And when I say protecting, you know, I can touch on something else. Again, I take pride in my motorcycle club. I take pride in doing everything I need to keep myself safe and my motorcycle club safe, to keep them safe. Okay. We don't run to parties. Okay. Nothing wrong with parties, but we're not the club that seeks parties. We seek togetherness and brotherhoodness within our own club to continue to build us as stronger, better men. That's what we seek. I say that because, you know, there's parties that pop up. You see them on social media. Then you might get a direct invite, okay, where somebody knows that they took, thank you, Bike Life, where they took the effort to reach out to you. They took the effort to send you a invite, and I acknowledge that. Okay, so for anybody that sends us an invite, me an invite, thank you. I appreciate it. And you know, if anybody knows us, knows me, then you know, for the most, what clubs function with what clubs. You'd already know that, okay? And we have a good, safe time with who, what, and where we fellowship with. We have an amazing time. Always been amazing. It will always be amazing. And time we get invites from other organizations, okay? Others. And you got to know what you're looking at. You got to know who the players are who's hosting that event, where it's being hosted, who might show up, who's gonna show up, if somebody got beef with somebody else, and do you want to put yourself or your club in any type of possible junk? You got to take all that in consideration. Do I even consider that? Hell no. No, I don't. No, I do not. And there's things that, you know, I'm seeing now. I'm seeing it, and I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Okay. So it's unfortunate that at some of these events, you know, stuff is cracking off in a bad way. And I'm not here to say no names. I'm not here to give no vicinities of who, what, and where. I'm just saying that it's unfortunate that stuff is cracking off at these events and people are getting, you know, hurt. And that should not happen. That should not happen, you know. And I was going to show some video footage, but I did not want to stick my foot in the mud and have some unnecessary junk that could have been avoided if I just said, man, I shouldn't even use that footage. So I did not use the footage, but the footage is public. The footage is public. Okay. And the footage shows something that I just found like goofy as fuck. You got to be kidding me. You got to be fucking retarded. Ooh, I don't want to say that word. You got to be out your mind. Okay. And it just gave me another reason to applaud myself for not finding it necessary to run to all these other events just for so-called supporting them. When my life matters. My life matters. Every one of my club brothers' lives matters. Okay? So on this video footage, you got people showing up to an event. Okay? They're searching people at the front. They're searching them. What are they searching them for? Weapons, right? They ain't searching them to tell them, oh man, you can't chew no bubble gum in here. Oh shit, man, yeah, you can't bring no candy in here, man. They selling Starburst and Snickers over there. Got to put that in your car. Nope, they are searching for weapons. Why? Because they want to keep people safe. I commend that. Yes. That's the righteous thing to do if you're hosting an event and you don't want no junk, no tragedy to kick off at your event. So yes, search people at the door. That way, even people coming in, standing in line, they be like, oh shit, hey, go put that in the car, Or, oh, I'm glad they search it, man. That way, ain't no junk gonna happen up here. Okay. Now let's get beyond that now. They searched them. Now they come into the event. You walk inside the event. Okay? Listen to this goofy shit. And I'm not talking about nobody's event. I'm not saying no names, but yes, this is factual. So no particular event that I'm speaking on. Particular? No, I'm not talking about your particular event, but I'm speaking on the actualness of this happening at events. So I'm saying this to tell you, throttle it down. No need at all to contact me regarding this because I'm not speaking on you or nobody directly. Okay. So you get inside the event and then you see a vendor or two or whatever. The vendor is selling tons of knives, huge knives. Okay. All type of different knives, buck knives, knives with sheaths, big deer hunting knives, big stabbing, all these knives right there, cash and carry. Okay. Then on the same table, you got brass knuckles. Brass knuckles. Okay. I am saying this because there are people out there who have no fucking idea that brass knuckles out here is a felony. It's a felony. Point blank, a felony, in case you didn't know that. You think it's cute to buy some brass knuckles in case you got into a fight, but you have no idea you are hosting a felony. Okay? Brass knuckles. Then also, they got stun guns. Okay. Some other weapons on the table. Oh, and then it don't stop. It gets worse. On that table, there are high capacity magazines. High capacity magazines. High capacity magazines. Drum magazines. Drum. Okay. 25, 50 round drum magazines. And then right next to the magazines, full-blown ammunition. Ammunition sitting right there for sale. I don't see the science of how this makes sense of you being searched before you come in. You take a few steps, and then you can buy all the weapons you want. Or maybe they're searching you to make sure you don't have any weapons on you, to make sure that you're going to buy something. I don't know. I'm just being funny. But that is factual, okay? Factual. And then they're selling some little gang-banging red bandana purses, some gang-banging blue bandana purses. What I see is division. What I see is tools to destroy people who are supposed to be coming together to enjoy a night. What I see is people buying something defensive. And the image of the person that they would use it on looks just like them. That's sad. What I see is the possibility of somebody buying something from that vendor and using it at another event. I love the motorcycle club lifestyle, but there are things that I just will never take part in, things why I will never support, things that I just do not find, cool at all. I don't have no ill towards no motorcycle club. I don't put myself in a position to. I agree with you, Magic Will. He said that's called destruction from the inside. Marvin, thank you, bro. He said, make sure to continue to tune in with One Down Podcast every Thursday, 1 p.m. to check out Goldie live. Tell a friend, tell a club member. Thank you, everyone, for tapping in. Much love and respect. Thank you, Marv. And so, there's a time and place for everything. And for any of the clubs that host that vendor, I'm not saying this to take money out your pocket. I'm saying this to hopefully save a life or 9. Okay. That vendor, again, there's a time and place for it. I got love for this lifestyle, and it just sucks to see how it's getting destroyed from greed and jealousy. Okay. And the writing is on the wall for the most nowadays. The writing is on the wall for the most. nowadays. And what I mean by that is certain people that come through this lifestyle or that's already in this lifestyle. I'm telling you, if they messy, they messy. Point blank. It ain't going to change. It ain't going to stop. It's not going to stop. You got to stay away from messy people. They don't change. They're not going to change. They have specialized a defense mechanism with being messy. You got to function around people who are truly like-minded, truly having some bit of, let's just use the word success. They got their shit together. They're responsible. Okay. If somebody has, I'll tell you point blank, if a chick has a messy car inside and out, she's a hood rat. I'm telling you, straight up. Straight up. It's facts. Okay. If a chick has a messy social media platform, she's so bad news. So bad news. Stay away from it. At every capacity, stay away from it. If a dude has a messy social media, he's messy. Stay away from him. Stay away from him. And I'm not just talking sex. I'm talking just any type of involvement. Stay away from him. If a dude has a messy car, he's dirty. Stay away from him. The writing is on the wall, I'm telling you, with everything. And for the most, I'm telling you, it's on the wall. Function to the best that you can with people who are financially responsible. They got their shit together. They don't live through social media. I'm saying this, but yet I'm on YouTube. But I'm truly not doing this for me. I know that I'm doing God's work by pushing this out through YouTube as the vessel. And again, I ain't making a penny on this at all. I ain't making not one penny. All right. If it was up to me, I would shut social media down. If it was up to me. I've learned how to use social media in a good way. I don't use it in a bad way. I hope this was healthy for everybody out there. And I hope that this is something that, touched you in the right way. Now I'll speak on my motorcycle club. If you got this far and you somebody who's just came across this or you've been thinking about it, One Down Motorcycle Club is opening the doors to membership. And we're located in Riverside, California. And this is a club that has an amazing, strong history. Okay. And thank you, Magic Wheels. I appreciate that. And point blank, you want to make your way to a upright standing motorcycle club that ain't polluted by no type of bullshit, then One Down MC. I'm telling you, that's us. I look forward to hearing from you or somebody that you refer this way. Go to onedownmc.com, hit contact, okay, and just fill out that form. Again, this motorcycle club now, and what I'm telling people, come this way if you know what you don't want. That's the key. The people that's coming this way, they're coming this way because they know what they don't want, okay? You don't want to be around the junk. You don't want to be, putting yourself in harm's way. You want to be around some cats that got their shit together, that's responsible, and all that good stuff. That's one down. And we ain't better than no other club. We're not better than no club. Props to all the clubs out there. Keep doing your thing. We just that club over here doing our thing, staying within the perimeters. And I'm looking for longevity. Longevity in the smoothest, safest way. If you come my way, you're like, yo, man, I want to be in one of these clubs, man, where I can like halfway go to jail every other day. Okay, I got 50 fucking clubs I can point you to. All right? There's no club on planet Earth like One Down. There's not one. And it's not saying that, again, for no braggadocious. No, it's just the lane that we've created is just a particular lane that we travel in, and it's worked for us. You gotta want to be in a uniform. You gotta want to be able to represent togetherness. You gotta want to look like you mean business when it comes to your motorcycle club. So, much love and respect to everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope this episode was something that was helpful and healthy for everybody. And if you reach out, I'm gonna contact you personally. What up, Preston? Is One Down a Harley Bike Club only? Not at all. I'm glad you asked that question. Nope, you do not have to have a Harley to get into this club. No. And again, if you have interest, go to onedownmc.com. That's the number one, DOWNMC.com. We're a one club, one chapter club, only located out here in Riverside, California. So for wherever you at, if you can make that commitment, we get down on Sundays. Okay. There's plenty of clubs that go 7 days a week. I'm just telling you, we get down on Sundays. You can handle your work life, your personal life, 6 days a week. But on Sunday, that's club day. Okay. But if you can't make it a particular Sunday, no problem. All you do is tap in, let us know. But this is a club that's pushing a program for those who got Sunday available. All right. And so tap in. Nothing to be shy about. This is one of the most elite, amazing clubs you can be part of. And Google anything you need to Google about One Down. All right. You ain't going to find nothing bad on us. Nothing. You ain't going to find nothing bad on me. Nothing, and I can stand on that, and I'm proud of that. So all my members know, we move as one, and I'm building the strongest brothers, the strongest brotherhood, the strongest men that I can with this. All right. What time on Sunday for the audience? What time on Sunday? I mean, shoot, we pretty much mount up in the 9 o'clock hour, but go to the website, hit me up, or hit me up through whatever social media platform. But respectful men with class, point blank. Respectful men with class, people who take care of themselves. You got to groom yourself. All right. I'm going to tell you straight up. I had 3 over the last 3 cats. The last one that just, it didn't work out. You might think it's funny, but the spirits is telling me something. 3, the last cats, the most horrendous halitosis breath. And it's no, I ain't doing it. It ain't working. Take care of yourself, and I'm serious on that, because that person represents us and we represent that person. You got to be a man who takes care of yourself. Hygiene is extremely important. Grooming yourself is important. And beyond that, nobody coming through here with an attitude. No bad attitudes. You know, I ain't doing that. I want everybody that represents One Down and represents me as a brother, and that's my brother. Man, you're going to talk with class, stand upright with respect. You're going to be proud. We ain't doing no bad attitudes, you know. People acting, yeah, what's up? Yeah, yeah. Man, get the fuck out of here with that. We ain't doing that over here. When I introduce you to people, they gonna meet somebody who got respect. So this is all some man stuff over here. Man. You know, and this is and it ain't no compromising in it at all. So I tell you, if you a parent and you got somebody, you know, in a mature age and you want to put them in something that's going to help groom them, send them this way. If they got a motorcycle, send them this way. As long as they ain't on no bullshit. But somebody that you know, yeah, my kid got respect. He's a cool cat, man. But I can see that One Down can, you know, help sharpen him up. Bring him this way. You know, so that's where I'm at with it, y'all. So much love and respect. And this is Goldie. I will see you next Thursday, and which will be August. So next month is August. And again, my motorcycle shop, if you need 501 Levi's, I sell them. I got an account, motorcycle parts, all that stuff. You know, I don't really push it, but I'm letting y'all know. So it's onedownbikersupplyhouse.com. Onedownbikersupplyhouse.com. And yes, you can order stuff. It'll get shipped out to you right away. And much love and respect. Thank you, Logic. I appreciate all y'all hanging in there, listening through this all the way through. Much love and respect to you too. So Logic, keep it logical. His YouTube is on Mondays. Okay, you can do your research. Dr. Phil, he does Monday also. Okay, and that's what we need to do, man. We need to give each other shout outs. And Dr. Phil, I'm gonna watch your platform, brother. I'm gonna see if you give me a shout out. Yeah. And Spotville, love you, bro. And Spotville is you know, right around 70 years old. I'm 54. Spotville, I look up to you, man. And you know, blessings, brother, that you know, I you know, to live that long, you know. And I'm doing everything I can to eat healthy, keep my skin looking good, you know, and treat people right, and be a soldier to God. All right, y'all. Much love and respect. Let me see. Sounds like a good club with no bullshit. That's exactly what it is. You know, no bullshit with One Down at all. And I tell people, okay, if you found bullshit in this club, your ass brought it, and you will be out of this motherfucker. Just like that, with the quickness. We don't do the bullshit over here. I tell people you can only tap dance for so long. Not everybody's a fit for this. All right. There's a reason. There's a reason One Down's name stays clean. And I can't do nothing about, let's just say the word jealousy. I can't do nothing about that. One Down is just in our lane. We keep it cool. We keep it cool. All right. That's why the clubs that we do function with, we got long standing history with them, because we know how to move. Point blank. We know how to move. All right, y'all. Much love and respect. This is Goldie. Y'all be good out there. Peace.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the fat guy here. There's a fat guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you. Come on. Make way for the bad guy here. There's a bad guy coming through. Better get out of his way. So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me